What is equitable development? I mean, at its most fundamental, it is the work of equity in community and community development. You put those two together, you get equitable development, and that really is kind of the two pillars of equitable development for us here at PPL. So a great example of our equitable development work is a partnership we've had for probably the last 20 years with American Indian Community Development Corporation.
The Anishinaabe campus is what we call it, the supportive housing that we provide. It's having people to help them, guide them into the next step, whether that is market rate housing, whether that is employment opportunities, whether that is training opportunities. I think a key between our partnership with PPL and AICDC has been our ability to really reach into the community, to ask the community what their specific needs are and how do we address them.
Coming together as partners, equal partners over that period of time in a way that has really not only built their capacity, but also built PPL's capacity and knowledge about working in and with Native communities. Minnesota has some of the worst disparities in the country. Inequities in income, in unemployment rates, in educational attainment, in health outcomes. That's part of building that case for why it makes a difference to focus on equity.
Women, men, we all get the same level of creativity and intelligence, but we don't all get the same opportunity.
The thing around equity is really the idea of equitable outcomes, that we will lose the ability to actually predict someone's income based on race, gender, geography.
This is the former Wells Fargo site.
This project is really very special because it was really the first honest, committed response post-George Floyd's murder. And so one of the things that really was important when we talked to community members right away is they absolutely wanted there to be an outcome related to healing.
The riots have forced us to kind of go back to square one on Lake Street, working with a Black architect and not only benefiting from their experience and their perspective and their rootedness in the community is important. It helps improve our work, it helps improve the design, but it also creates an opportunity for them to be associated with PPL.
I think one of those things that for me was important was for them to know, they know that I have never done this. They said, we are willing to take the risk with her. And now I do affordable housing. We do it now because we learned with them. I have 2 or 3 other projects because of that one.
The majority of the challenges impacting our communities from a social determinants of health perspective were built on housing and food insecurity. What's wonderful about this project is that we will have 50 units of multi-generational housing space, integrated public benefit retail space of 40,000 square feet that will include a child care center, youth learning centers, a birthing center, and a state-of-the-art food hall to help bring the community back to the east side in a new and innovative way. PPL said this fits us. Everything about this project is about equitable development. It was about listening to the community and building a project that brings their voice forward and sustains all elements of the community as part of the project.
So when we talk about equitable development, we're talking about bringing everybody to the table and hearing the voices and trying as hard as we can to give all voices the same weight.
The number one question from community, honestly, was, will we be able to own something?
Feeling heard, feeling like you have voice, feeling like you have a sense of self-agency matters to all of us. Everyone wants that, and communities that aren't heard are communities that aren't bought in. I think that's the lesson of George Floyd, is that we'd been doing things to people for too long. We hadn't been doing things with people. Ownership matters a ton. How we build is as important as what we build.